So I read about this case of this 23-year-old woman in Quebec who has been charged with making over 10,000 911 calls in a 15-month period. The obvious thing here is, okay, she's obviously nuts. I don't think there's any getting around that. She's crazy. 10,000 calls to 911. 10,000 calls to anyone in a 15-month period is a lot. 10,000 calls in your lifetime to someone, maybe. But 15 months, no. So, while obviously she's to blame for her actions, the other side of the thing, so at a certain point you have to say, how much of the responsibility are the 911 people going to absorb for the fact that it took that long to catch her? I mean, really, she must have stood out at least a little bit. You know, just look for the woman who is foaming at the mouth and has a heavily calloused right index finger, assuming she's right-handed. And, you know, dust her phone. You know, you're going to find fingerprints on just the 9 and the 1 and the release button. And probably the 9 and the 1 will be really worn out from obviously very heavy use. I worked at 10,000 calls in a 15-month period. Works out to about 650 calls a month. Works out to over 20 calls a day. That's almost a call an hour. Now, if anybody was calling me that often, that would start to grate on me a little. You know, I think after a few calls of that, I'd be saying, okay, you know what? I've endured you for a little bit here, but you are really starting to wear on my nerves. And if you don't cease and desist in the next, 14 and a half months, oh boy, you are going to be so sorry. Yeah.